8 minutes we got left before we chat. Grab your coffee, find your seat. Cowbells are ringing, that's our cue. Gonna share our thoughts with you. Laugh and gossip, spit in tea. Little secrets between you and me. Countdown ticking, let's get real. Heart to heart, it's how we feel. Girl talks in 8 minutes time. Ring that bell, let's feel the rhyme. Share our dreams and tell our fears. Girl talks, wiping all those tears. Snap a pic of what we wear. Brush our hair, let down our care. Conversations never lie in this moment with you and I. Clock is ticking, here we go. Words like rivers start to flow. Tune your ears and hear the beat. Girl talks makes our time so sweet. Girl talks in 8 minutes time. Ring that bell, let's feel the rhyme. Share our dreams and tell our fears. Girl talks, wiping all our tears. Clock is ticking, here we go. Words like rivers start to flow. Tune your ears and hear the beat. Girl talks makes our time so sweet. Girl talks in 8 minutes time. Ring that bell, let's feel the rhyme. Share our dreams and tell our fears. Girl talks, wiping all our tears.
Morning, y'all. It's 5 minutes and 30 seconds before Girl Talk starts. So you have just enough time to grab yourself a cup of coffee and get in a comfy seat. We'll see you soon.
Catch Girl Talks everything. Follow socials, here's the way.
GURLTAUAU, every platform come to play. Catch our vibe, don't delay.
Facebook, YouTube streams. Scrolling through your daily memes.
Girl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun and see what Girl Talk is all about.
Keeping it real, it's what we do. So tune in now and join our crew. Lights moving through the screen. Click subscribe, don't be mean. A beat chatter, it's our routine.
Girl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun and see what Girl Talk is all about.
GURLTAU is who we are.
Come hang with us on your tablet, phone,
Or screen, anywhere Girl Talk can be seen.
Girl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun and see what Girl Talk is all about.
Update stories, laugh and cry. It's Girl Talk, so don't question why. It's the show that you'll adore. Come back daily to get some more.
Girl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun and see what Girl Talk is all about.
GURLTAU is who we are. Come hang with us on your tablet, phone, or screen. Anywhere Girl Talks can be seen.
Girl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun and see what Girl Talk is all about.
GURLTAU, log in now, watch our show. Likes and comments, let them flow. Every day we're on our way. Talks is all about.
Walking down this road tonight, talking about the things we fight. Addiction knocking at my door. E&T wants so much more. We walk the walk and talk the talk. Right here on Hero Talk, on the path where we belong. Standing strong through the storm. Together we'll move along. Searching for a brighter day, holding tight along the way. Sobriety is a steep climb, D&T winning every time. Oh yeah, we walk the walk and talk the talk. Right here on Girl Talk, on the path where we belong. Standing strong through the storm. D&T bringing all of you along. Oh yeah, we walk the walk and talk the talk. Right here on Girl Talk, on the path where we belong. Standing strong through the storm. D&T bringing all of you along. Oh yeah, we walk the walk and talk the talk. Right here on Girl Talk, on the path where we belong. Standing strong through the storm. D&T bringing all of you along. Oh yeah, we walk the walk and talk the talk. Right here on Girl Talk, on the path where we belong. Standing strong through the storm. D&T bringing all of you along.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, we seek Greta. We just don't see the other two because
Oh, it's y'all today.
The other two?
Three.
How many
well,
is
there's
there?
three technically.
Yeah.
Already
invisible.
leaving Nana
No,
out.
you're visible.
Today it's
It's all good.
I'm getting my screen time in since I was cut off yesterday.
Because you have good hair again.
And my camera decided to just do a whip around the room to show everybody the room.
All right.
Yay!
Yeah, it's like literally rotating all over the place. So we'll
yeah,
figure
watch
that
that
one
day.
out. Hey, everybody. How is everybody doing this morning?
Oh, I'm good. I got my mom here. So
I'm good.
We are good.
Good.
I'm waiting.
Countdown to side foods for
yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Hey, I'm with the family. I'm
Yes.
good.
We have officially decided that we are having a splurge day for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Oh, you
good.
So I'm going to
decided.
eat all the bad things that are so
Alicia's
good.
been doing keto.
So you're
we've been
only doing
talking
it for
about-
Thanksgiving or Friday too? Because that's when we're all bringing our share.
We'll see.
She's like, I don't know. That's pushing it a little bit.
You gotta try corn. Well, you've tried cornbread dressing. But but you
No.
do stuffing.
Can I help you?
I still do stuffing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
You
tried
like that
cornbread
better than
dressing.
cornbread dressing?
It's probably because I grew up on it.
I
And
guess.
it's just so gritty. Cornbread dressing is like eating sand.
It's dry.
Well, I don't
It's
like
very
cornbread
dry.
to begin with
It
because
should
I
be
think
dry.
cornbread
It's made
tastes
by
like
the
eating
chicken.
sand.
Jiffy
Greta makes it
cornbread
right.
is what I grew up with,
No,
which is the
I can make it. My mom makes it though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No.
the Jiffy cornbread is good.
Oh, I thought.
but that's like cakey, not
Yeah,
dry
yeah.
cornbread.
Like it's not really real
Yeah.
cornbread.
Yeah, no, that's not real cornbread.
No, but that's the only
Cornbread
cornbread
is something
I like.
I can make it, but I have a difficult time, and it's the whole egg thing.
Oh, Greta doesn't like eggs.
I beat
It's
the
like-
egg like to an oblivion, like so much that my cornbread doesn't rise
I
properly.
just oops.
It's just it tastes okay, but it's very dense. It's not fluffy like cornbread should be. Like I just have to like.
I
in my
won't be
mind,
offended because I
stop
don't
myself.
like it no matter what. I do not like cornbread. You know, the only place I've ever liked cornbread is when I would get my kids.
Gosh.
What are the hot dogs on a stick?
Corn dogs.
Corn dogs.
Corn
So,
dogs are amazing.
I can't eat pork, so I've never seen a corn dog made without the pork. Like
Oh,
they're
yeah,
all.
they
they're
make
all-
them. You can find them with sausage in the middle.
You-
That's
do they?
pork. Also.
Well, that's pork.
And,
but-
and also,
She's
I've seen
allergic,
them with hamburger in the
so-
middle.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
So I can't eat it. I've never seen them with like the hamburger. I've never seen a hot dog though that's on those that's not pork, chicken, and beef.
You don't. Yeah.
So I can't eat them, but I will eat the cornbread off of them because I like it fried that way.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
I don't like regular cornbread. Like if you're gonna give me cornbread, buy me some corn dogs and take the and I'll buy it. And I'll cook them, and my husband's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because
Just
I'm
want
eating the
cornbread.
cornbread, and the dogs will love the hot dogs. They can have it at it."
I have asked for a pan of cornbread with a birthday candle in it instead of a cake. That's how much I love cornbread.
Oh my.
My
Yeah.
oldest likes cornbread.
Well, there's
And cornbread and
Just
milk.
leave it or take it.
well,
I
and-
crumble it up in milk. A lot of people like it with buttermilk.
Ugh.
I can't do the buttermilk.
gave me the heebie.
Mine is sweet milk, as my grandmother called it, but just white milk.
well, and also, you know, you are very southern.
I am.
So that
and
is
that
a
is
very,
very
southern.
southern.
'Cause there's-
Cornbread and sweet tea are very southern things.
Well, and there's things that are
I don't do either.
My youngest could live on sweet tea. Could live on sweet tea.
yeah. My exchange daughter cannot stand anything carbonated.
Ooh.
She does
My
not
youngest
like
too.
anything
I wish I was
carbonated.
that way.
Like it bothers her tongue and it makes her want to cry, so she
says it's
will not
spicy.
drink it at all.
Yeah, he says it's spicy.
Yeah, that's what she said. She
I
says
crave
it.
carbonation.
I do too.
I do
I
too.
do.
I do too. If I'm really tired or really thirsty, and it does kind of, if you drink it really fast,
It burns.
right, fresh, it does kind
It
of burn
does
a
kinda
little
burn,
bit.
yeah.
But that's part of the charm.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
What's your
Wow.
what's everybody's favorite carbonated beverage?
Dr.
Dr. Pepper.
Well, I drink Pepsi mostly, and
Gotcha.
I used to be a Coke drinker, and then my husband did not like Coke. He like so much that he's like, "Don't bring that shit in my house."
Regular Coke
And I'm
or
like,
sweet tea?
this is my house, but okay.
I'm a person where they go, "Is Pepsi okay? Is Monopoly money okay?"
I just, yeah. Like, it's not a big deal, so I just switched to Pepsi, but I still call it Coke, and it drives him. You mean a Pepsi? I'm like, no, Coke.
Oh, you do,
I'm
because
like,
that's a very southern thing too.
I call them all Coke. I call it all
it's
Coke.
all Coke.
No, they're
Yes.
each individual.
Yes.
No.
Sprite is not a Coke. Pepsi is not a Coke.
Dr. Pepper is
is
not a
not a Coke. None
Well,
of them
and
are.
my
except
husband-
It's
Coke.
what kind of Coke do you want?
Yeah, that's what I. That's
soda.
That's
Coke.
What
What
kind of
kind of
soda?
Oh, it's soda or pop?
my
Where I
husband's
come from,
from.
it's pop.
Yeah, my husband's from Wisconsin. It's pop. It's pop.
Now, what was
Soda.
your favorite?
I usually drink sparkling water.
Okay,
I love
That's
sparkling
carbonated.
water.
Pre low
like
carb. What was
Perrier.
your-
Same.
I have.
Same?
A,
Okay.
I
I've
have
always loved it.
I have a super funny story about Perrier because you know it comes in a nice
Glass
green
bottle.
bottle. So when I was a cop, I used to get them. I used to stop anywhere and I'd buy my Perrier and I'd be, can you put that in a brown sack, please?
Yes.
They'd put it in a brown sack for me. And every time I was up next to another cop or something, I'd pull out my brown sack and drink out of it.
You're
Drink
bad.
Oh me.
That's good.
You
I
know
like
what?
that.
I only got one cop that like followed me
To make sure.
and pulled me over. And I was like, really? You're pulling me? He's like, well, you were drinking. I'm like, yeah, Perrier. And he's
the
like, you're an asshole. I said, yes, I am.
Yeah,
But we also used to play hide and seek. Yeah, hide and seek with cop cars. Hide and seek in your town. So we do our normal drive-in stuff, but you get bored when you don't actually have anything to do, and you find a cop and you see him off the road somewhere over there, and you're like, I wonder if he's sleeping. And you go up and you get right behind him, and then you turn on all your lights and all your sirens and wake him up, and then you speed off. Yep. We used to have a lot of fun with that stuff. Anyway, into our introductions. Today is NanaGans Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
I'm Tori. I'm your host of Girl Talks or Squirrel Talks or
Squirrel.
Whatever.
Remember that, Nana. If you just want to change the subject, just say squirrel. It works every time. Yeah.
Squirrel. What? Where?
Yeah.
And I have 3 boys, and I am going to have another grandbaby. I'm super excited about that. Right now we have 3, 4, 5, 6, and this will be number 7. Yay! So we're super
Are
excited.
they all grand girls?
We
Or
have
grand boys too?
5 granddaughters.
Okay.
And 1 grandson, Nathaniel, and then we're not sure what
We don't know what this
number
one's gonna
7
be
is
yet.
yet. And they're coming for Christmas, so I guess we'll find out if they're going to do a reveal or if they're going to wait. I don't know. I mean, and technically that means I also have now 2 more grandsons and another granddaughter, because she does have kids and they're automatically part of the tribe. So
You're married to the family. You're part of the tribe.
we're not going to treat them any different than any other grandchild. So anyway, I'm Army veteran, former paramedic, and combat medic, and a police officer, and I just couldn't figure out what the F I wanted to do with my life.
So just a little bit of everything.
So my dad, before he passed away, said God wanted you to do just enough of each thing, so because you're a really good writer and you're a really good talker, and he wanted you to have enough knowledge and skills in all these different areas. He called it talker.
Me and Tori.
I'm quoting my
Tori and I.
I'm quoting my dad, okay? Whom are you?
Whom are you to speaketh to me in thou voice?
Thy.
Thy voice. Yeah. that.
But anyway, so he said that's what God wanted you to have, just enough knowledge about things so you could speak on it and sound like you knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Side note, not to get too godly on other people, but that was not really normally my dad's way of talking. So it was quite touching for me, because I am a God-fearing person and spiritual, and I have an open mind to a lot of other things, hence the Wiccan star on my bracelet. And there's a whole story with that you guys will love. But anyway, that's why. So now I use it for, is it for good or evil? I don't know.
Yet to be determined.
Anyway, who are you?
Who am I? I am Greta. I am your Southern girl, as we have talked about. Cornbread and sweet tea.
And her
my
mac and
favorite
cheese.
pop is Sundrop. If you're not from the South, or if you're not even from Alabama or Tennessee, you may not know what that is.
It's not terrible. It's not my favorite, but it's
Battery acid.
not as bad as Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew's battery acid as well.
It really is.
Well, you go west, and we have what's called manzanita, and it's like a apple something. It's
My face just went.
kind of a Mexican one. They don't even sell it out here. I can't even get it out here. I'm gonna have to like when somebody comes from the west. Oh, my brother's flying here. I might have to have him go buy me some.
We would ship Sundrop to my sister when her and her husband lived in the Philippines.
That's awesome.
I've heard that from my girlfriend who's from here. She was my realtor. Her grandmother was friends with Jack Daniels. Like they're buried in the same.
Jasper
Well,
Newton.
it's actually not friends. I think they were cousins or something. So
Well, I mean, he's got like 13 brothers and sisters.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
Or had.
yeah. So
Dude,
so
that was a busy woman.
so
Well,
part
he ran away at 13.
something like that. Yeah. But anyway, she.
I'm
You
a squire. I
have, you
know the
have to
whole
try
history.
this. You're gonna love it. You have to try this, and it was Sundrop. And she's like, your life will be changed when you have. I cordially drank it, but it tasted like battery acid.
It's my favorite. Anyway, but Dr. Pepper's a close second. I am the dog mom. I don't know if y'all can see my dog over there. He is
Yep,
here every
yep.
day. That is Cash.
He's our mascot.
He's become our
He
mascot.
does love Alicia because her nails are longer than mine.
They're actually really short right now.
I'm sorry, but I don't think he loves Alicia because of her nails.
Well, he loves her scratching.
I think
You
he
can
loves
tell by the look on his
Alicia.
face. Alicia is our girl who loves dogs more than
Because
people. I'm
she
gonna
is
tell
she.
that on her.
I mean,
I'm the dog whisperer.
Yes.
my healer, which you've all met, he's a little scary and he's a little aggressive, and he's never barked at Alicia.
Yeah, Alicia is definitely a
He's
dog
a bark at
person.
me.
He didn't bark at you either because Alicia was there. I will guarantee.
save you.
I will guarantee you that because our friend Josh, who lived here and now he's in Germany for 3 years, he came all the time. He was our resident single guy, and I'm telling you, if he was still here, I'd introduced you to Josh.
Always a
When he comes to
dollar
visit,
late and a day
oh,
short.
when he comes to visit, you will be meeting Josh
Okay.
because he's a sweetheart.
I'm struggling. I'm sorry.
Now he does not want to get married, but his idea of getting married is I like you, you like me, we love each other. That's all great, fine, whatever. But I'm kind of set in my ways, so I'll buy you a house and you live in that house and I'll live in my house, and then we can hang out whenever we want.
I'm good with that.
Because
That sounds ultimate. Yeah, travel together.
yeah, he loves to travel.
Yeah.
Like that's why he's in Germany.
Concerts.
He loves concerts. He loves events. That's why he's in Germany right now. He's in Germany because he's single, and he's like, I really want to go somewhere else. So he applied for a job in Germany and Korea, and I think another one in Germany. He got offered the one in Korea and accepted it and told them, I'm waiting for this one in Germany. If they offer me the position, I'm taking that one because I want to go to Germany. Yeah. And it's really cool because he became Uncle Josh to Emma and Lily, and he is now 1 hour from Lily.
Oh, that's cool.
So he's, in fact, boxes of the stuff that they still had here when they went home went with Josh and his stuff so he could take stuff to the girls. But, so he's there. But he has a condo here. And he's coming between 4 and 6 months to check on his place and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
one of those times when he's here, we're going to have to introduce you to.
Well, yeah, I'm resident. I'm the single girl, dog mom, never married, never had kids. Always lived in the South. That's kind of me in a nutshell, I think. Is there anything else that I usually say that I forget? Okay.
We're going to skip Amanda. Alicia.
I'm Alicia. I am girl mom. I am the northern Yankee that never left, so the damn Yankee.
She's the resident dog whisperer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I prefer dogs to humans, all animals to humans, really, but specifically dogs. They're my favorite.
Okay, Amanda.
Oh, I'm Amanda. I am the boy mom. I love all things spooky.
Talking to your mic.
I'm the boy mom.
I mean, if you're not going to talk into your
No, I'm
mic,
sorry.
just talk louder.
I'm sorry. I'm Amanda. I'm the boy mom. I love all things spooky, scary, and haunted.
Oh yeah, I'm the Hallmark movie girl.
Oh yeah,
I
you
am.
are. We don't watch the same things.
No.
No. I am the what'd you call it? Co-producer.
Co-producer.
She told me that the other day, so that's me.
She got a pay raise with that too.
I got extra zeros on my zero pay.
Extra zeros after the decimal.
You know,
Yeah.
I do have to interject for 1 second. So I said those are still figures
What do you mean?
to my husband because they're
Oh yeah.
6 figures because they are a figure.
They're a figure.
They are a numeral. They are a figure. My husband said they are a placeholder.
All right, I'll take
I like
it.
that.
And
I
I
like
was
that
like,
better.
I'll take it.
Technically, they're both right, but I mean, like, if I add enough zeros, you make 6 figures.
We all make six
figures.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The more of y'all that subscribe, the more we have a chance to
Make
add
a half a
add
figure.
money in front of the decimal.
Yes.
That's the goal.
If we all shared $1, we could get a piece of gum.
Yes.
A piece. We could share that piece.
Yeah, we would have to share that.
No, we would have to cut it with a knife, break it up.
Yeah.
Not
already been chewed?
No.
And then you
Oh.
chew next.
That's what I thought you
I
was
go
going.
first.
Oh,
She's like, I called dibs.
Sam's on the first
My great
chew.
grandfather used to buy those long sticks of double bubble. Like I don't remember. He died when I was really young, and I don't remember a whole lot. But I remember him taking that out of the bib of his overalls and taking his pocket knife, which he'd probably cleaned his fingernails with it 2 minutes before,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
cutting that gum and sharing it with all of us grandkids, because it had the little marks, because for each individual piece.
Oh, yeah.
That's a memory I,
I do.
have
I
of
remember
him.
those.
Yeah.
I remember those.
Yeah.
All right, Nana, you're up. Lean forward.
All right. I'm Nana. Otherwise, I'm Amanda's mom, and otherwise known as Jan. I do have a legal name,
No, it's Nana.
Nana.
but most everybody calls me Nana. Done a whole hell of a lot in my life. Had a very interesting life so far. And I'm very happy to be here for the holiday with the family.
Yep.
We can hear her great.
Okay.
It's you that talk quietly when you're away from the mic. And Nana,
She just uses her mouth.
Nana, you live in Florida, right?
I live in Florida. You want to hear about where I live?
Yeah, we want to know, do you live in the villages?
I do not.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, hell no.
Technically we knew that already,
Yes.
but hey.
Oh, hell no. I live about 2 hours southeast of the villages. I live in a community called Solavita.
Now, is it a senior community as well?
It's a 55 plus active, and when I say active, it is active.
Okay.
It
Tell them
is
about your book,
my book.
your activities book.
Oh, well,
This thing is
all right.
ridiculous.
Okay, well, it's a gated community, but in this gated community, we have about 5,500 homes, so it's not small.
That's big.
We have what we call the village, which is an area within the gates. We have 3 restaurants. We have 14 individual pools. We have 2 amenity centers. We have 2 full-on fitness gyms. We have a library, ceramic studio, art studio, drugstore. So we have a lot.
Wow.
Sign me up.
That's
within our community.
I'm just thinking about the HOA people.
Oh.
What about the HOA people?
They've got to be awful and go through a lot.
Oh, no.
No?
You mean as far as demands and
The
things
president
like that?
and whoever
Your
runs
HOA.
the HOA.
Oh,
you mean keeping things under control?
oh, well, there's a lot of discussion because actually our HOA board just took over from the builder.
Okay.
So that's been a very big transition.
Yes,
But-
that is a transition.
Now, are they condos, houses?
Oh, no. Single standalone houses. My house that I have is about 1,550 square feet. It's a concrete block house. I happen to think it's an attractive home.
That's cute.
It's good for
Oh,
me.
her house is awesome.
So
Yeah, it's small. It's good for her. It was.
But I have 2 bedrooms plus an office, kitchen, living room, dining room.
When
so
the 5
2
of
bathrooms.
us come visit, there's plenty of room. Like if it's
Yeah.
in the guest bedroom or in the office on an airbed or in the living room.
Oh,
or
nice,
whatever,
nice.
There's plenty
there's
of room
plenty of
for
room.
us. Yeah.
But within the community, we have well over 300 special interest clubs that you can join. If there's something
my.
you want to do, there's a club for it. We have
Is
line
there a
dancing
loofah
groups.
club?
No, no, there are no. Okay,
There are
so
no
here's-
loofahs in
there
your
are no
neighborhood.
there are no loofah clubs.
Are
However,
there upside down pineapples?
let me tell you that. So that's our community.
Almost choked on my coffee.
We're very active. I'm very active on my own. I do a lot in my community. If I showed you my Google calendar, you would be like, "Oh my God!" But
She's super
what-
big into water volleyball, even though she's only like 3 feet tall and barely puts her face above the water.
Yeah, I play water volleyball. The deep end
All right,
is
she's
4
5 foot, but,
is
you
4
know.
feet 9 inches, and I literally had somebody say to me one time, "You know, you really should play on your toes." And I looked at him. I said, "Are you serious right now? Can you look under the water? I am practically ballet slipper in it." This
I'm on point right now.
I'm on point right now, and I play
get
like that the
that,
whole
yes.
time. Anyway, so yeah, I play water volleyball 4 times a week. I take a line dance class. I'm very involved in. I actually teach technology classes to these people who try and tell me I can't learn that. I'm 65 years old. I'm too. Listen, asshole, I'm 69 years old and I teach this shit. So don't even go there with me.
I love it.
Okay.
That's
So,
awesome.
I teach technology classes.
I don't know if you've noticed, but my mom's a little shy.
Can I have your
yeah.
phone number for when my mom messes up her phone?
I'm sorry. Could you at least talk?
I know, right?
So-
She's a little shy and a little soft-spoken,
Yeah.
so I apologize.
Yeah, and I do a lot of other things.
So
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Were you this active prior to getting into your senior years, or were you more active when you moved into a community?
Well,
It was
no.
different.
It was different because growing up, I was raising 3 kids, oftentimes with a deployed husband because he was in the Navy. So there was a lot of times when it was just me with the 3 kids.
So the activities were more kid related,
Correct. They were
not
kid-related.
not your interest.
Then later on, we did other stuff. But when my husband and I moved to this community, we were very involved in a lot of things. But there is another community down the road from us in the same area, but just down the road from us, and it is called Cypress Cove.
Cypress Cove already
you can look it up.
already sounds like there's
It
like
is-
pirates there.
Right? Oh no, it is a clothing optional senior community.
We had this talk yesterday.
You can
We touched on
actually
this yesterday.
you can actually look up the website, and they have pictures of these people. Now, these people are
have an
not your
ex that will
normal
probably move
fit
there.
people you would want to see without clothing.
I don't want to see
They
myself.
they actually have
Yeah, we talked about this.
they actually have an etiquette video. If you come visit, they have an etiquette video that they have you watch before you visit. Now, there are some things when you go in a pool.
So you should not be mouth agape.
Correct.
What's it called?
This look I'm getting.
already out.
Cypress Cove.
Yeah,
And-
I'm gonna be like, oh please, I cannot unsee that. Ah.
So you've got people playing pickleball, which is a great sport
no.
in the noon. In the
That is
noon.
not something I want to see.
Okay. Well,
Bouncy,
you can,
bouncy.
You can see it on the website.
I'm working
I'm
on
good.
I
There's
kid
a
you not.
lot of things that I don't want to see naked.
Okay. So that is a community right down to us. They have this event once or twice a year when we drive by it because it's right by the Lowe's, right across the street from the Lowe's.
Okay.
When we drive by
That's
there,
where they get their wood.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
a bump.
They advertise twice a year. They have this thing called Nudapalooza, which is a great big festival that they have with
my.
entertainment
on their
and all
webpage.
that kind of thing. And
You want to look it up?
Now I'm gonna look it up. What?
They-
tell
they
me.
ha-
Tell me what it is.
Cypress Cove.
Cypress Cove
It's
in Kissimmee.
Yes.
Kissimmee, Florida.
Resort. Cypress Cove Resort in Kissimmee. Kissimmee.
Kissimmee.
Cypress.
CYPRESS.
Oh,
Cypress Cove.
oh yeah, it is. Sorry.
Okay.
Cypress Cove, Florida.
Yes,
Kissimmee.
yeah, well, it's in Kissimmee, Florida. That's
How
the
do you
name of the
spell that?
community.
KISSE.
Or if you're me, kissing me.
IMMEE.
Oh, I think it automatically found it.
She can spell anything, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cypress Cove Nudist Resort.
That's
Now,
it.
look
You
at
got
the
it.
Be
website.
careful of what you click on.
Yeah. So what my question was, I asked my husband one time when we were going by, and there was a plumber's truck going into the community, and I thought, I wonder if the vendors that come in to do repairs in these homes, 'cause there are people that live there year round, when they come in to do repairs in there, do they have like an agreement where the people have to put their clothes on before the repair guy comes in? Because if I were coming in to repair somebody's toilet, I don't think I'd want a naked guy standing over me watching.
Ew.
Now,
You know
where
what I'm
did you
saying?
where did you find the pictures?
I went to when I Googled it and I found it on the list. I went to just the website.
I am on the website, but I don't see photos.
All right, you two talk. I'll
All
be
right.
right back.
All right.
I'm coming. Hold on.
I love how I did find one with the amenities, just one.
Yeah.
But it's of two really hot looking people sitting and eating at
And
a
you know
table.
they all do not
I'm
look like that.
I'm sorry, I know they do not look like
Nana
that.
just got attacked by the microphone cover, and it scared the bejesus out of her. And no one saw it but me.
It made me jump.
Damn.
But they have you watch this etiquette video. Any pool that you go into, no clothing is allowed, no bathing suits is allowed, whatever.
Oh, no.
You can wear clothing to other events if you so choose. Like if you're going to the restaurant. If you so choose, you can wear clothes. But if you're in a pool, no clothes allowed. If you're playing pickleball,
never
things like
swimming.
that. Yep. So anyway, so there is that community. Now,
Go
2
on.
hours northwest of us, we have what's called the Villages, which is world famous. Mm-hmm. The Villages, first of all, has the highest rate of STDs in the senior population in the country.
Pause. Sorry. Okay, go.
So that means they've got all these old people getting it on in the Villages, which I am not interested in whatsoever.
So my mother-in-law is moving to Florida.
Go.
Her closing on her condo right outside of Houston is the 16th of December. My husband is going there to move her. And when she first announced she was moving to Florida, she asked, I don't remember if she asked us if we'd heard of the Villages or what are the Villages. I can't remember. But we said, yeah, you probably don't want to move to the Villages. And then she did her due diligence and researched why we would say you shouldn't move to the Villages.
Don't do it.
And of course, I sarcastically go, or move to the Villages because
Probably get some action.
That's how you are. By all means,
I don't know.
well,
I'm not visiting.
the Villages is different than our community because the Villages has over 100,000 people in it.
Yeah, it's huge.
It actually spans a couple of different. Parts of it are in different counties.
Oh my.
Yeah, and whereas they have grocery stores and all that within the confines of what you consider the Villages, that's all open to the public. And then each particular neighborhood in the Villages is gated, so you have that. But
and everyone in the Villages does not participate.
No,
so
they
it's
do
not like the entire. It's a really nice place. I did look it up, and it is a really nice place.
I've actually been there. I have actually been there.
So not to despair.
I drove through. I did
She
not
just went
stop.
to the grocery store.
No. I was coming home from your house in Rucker, and it detoured me off the highway. It detoured me off the
didn't buy
highway
loofah.
and took me onto another road, and I ended up going right through the Villages, and I was like, son of a bitch, I'm in the Villages.
Well, like I said though, not
I
to
was looking.
disparage on them, because everyone in the Villages doesn't participate.
Only the ones with
And
the
there
loofahs.
are different communities within the Villages.
There are many different
So
communities.
if you want to move there because they do have nice homes. They
do.
have a nice facility, but it's like
Many nice facilities.
You would just choose your activities wisely.
Just
you
be
have to
careful what you go for.
Be careful with a couple of things. Number one,
Don't buy a loofah anywhere on that property.
Don't ever put a loofah on your golf cart because that's how this whole loofah thing works. You display your particular color of loofah because the different colors mean
Yeah, we
different
went over
things.
the colors yesterday.
I looked them up.
And you put them on your golf cart so people know, okay, I'm a swinger, I like three ways, okay, whatever the case may be. Okay?
You know, the funny part about
Yeah.
this, like when this first came up in our topic of conversation with my husband and I, and, you know, his mom moving to Florida, actually the conversation came about because my husband's cousin and his wife live in Florida. And it was a big joke when we took the girls to Disneyland and Universal Studios when they were here. You know, we told Aaron and Michelle, because we met with them, they came and stayed with us for a night, and I'm like, yeah, we drove by the villages, and we just started talking about it. It was really quite funny, and then explaining that to the girls. They're from Europe. They're like, so
Yeah.
you know, like and your point, I mean, like,
Yeah.
old people get it
Yeah.
on too, and I'm just like, yeah, but it's just you know, I mean, you think about it, like Hugh Hefner.
Ooh.
He was still trying to get it on as an old man. Granted, with his great granddaughters, but you know, I mean,
Hey, they said yes.
George Burns,
So,
he was still quite actively
Yeah.
getting jiggy at 90 something years old. So yeah, just because you're older doesn't mean you're dead.
Yeah.
You know,
And they had a guy there that they arrested not too long ago because he was selling Viagra out of his house. And they kind of disapproved of that. And then they have the loofahs. Yeah, they just have, they're a very different community. And like you say, not everybody is into that, but it definitely has a reputation. Whereas my community, no. No. Oh, one other thing you want to be careful of if you're in the villages is, you know, the garden flags that people put out in front of their houses?
Pineapple.
yes.
Okay, the pineapples.
Yes.
You want to be careful. You don't want to put a pineapple up because big mistake. Because people
Now,
just
does the
think you're-
pineapple matter whether it's upside down or regular?
If it's upside down, you're definitely a swinger. If it's up right side up, you're open to the possibility. So there
So
you
it
go.
doesn't matter
Pineapples in
which way-
general.
Yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter
Yep.
which way the pineapple is.
Can you send me on Facebook the color chart?
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Now, is there talk about the villages or things like that in your community where y'all kind of smack talk about them?
Well, there actually is, but for a completely different reason.
Oh.
I'm involved in, it's called CERT, CERT, which stands for Community Emergency Response Team.
I was
And
going to
we're-
say that sounds like emergency
We're
response.
trained to be the first responders or immediate responders in cases of, if we were to have a tornado or
like
hurricane,
evacuations or something
things
like
like that. We're trained in search and rescue, using a fire extinguisher, cribbing to get somebody out, things like
off-
that.
yeah,
Turn
out of
off
it.
the gas, all that type of stuff. We have a special tool. So we're trained in all that. The other thing we are trained in is hands-only CPR. It's called check, call, compress. I'm one of the instructors for check, call, compress. Well, and how to use an AED. Well, the villages brags that they have a survival rate, a save rate of 40 to 50% in their community, because when you move into the villages, you are required to take this check, call, compress class, which for our age group is a really good thing to do. We don't require it, we just offer it. So they feel like, woohoo, we require this to move in. However, our AEDs, we have public access AEDs, and we have over 93 in the community right now. Over 93. They are open. Anybody can walk up to an AED, pull it out, and use it if needed. In the villages, the AEDs are locked up with certain people in the community, And you have to go find one of those people and get them to get that's time. That's time you don't have. You have 10 minutes.
Right,
and then you're dead.
right. Yeah.
So they brag on their 40 to 50% survival rate. We have had 8 out of 8 saves in Sola Vita. Anybody good with math? Anybody know what that percentage
Yeah, that's
is?
a pretty much that's pretty much 100%.
Hold
That's
on.
100%.
Carry the one.
So
go
we
over.
How many zeros is that?
Exactly. So we say the villages can talk their success all they want, but we're 100%.
You're
Okay.
100%.
Well,
Okay.
if we're going to talk success rate for villages, what's your STD rate versus what their STD rate is?
I don't know because I've never heard of one.
Yeah.
I'm not
not
saying there
discussed there.
isn't one. I'm not saying there isn't one. I'm
But
just
it's
saying
not like advertised.
it's not advertised.
Well,
I've
and-
never heard of
Are
it.
gossiped about.
And
Or
you know
gossiped about.
the thing is I'm cool with all that. To be honest with you, I don't care. Like I'm cool with it. Do what you want to do. I like the live and let live thing, but also
each their own.
Yeah, to each their own.
Let me
But
make
I-
my decision. You make your.
But I also do believe in, sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut. Like you don't have to advertise your debauchery. You can. Those that want to debaucher with you, I know that's probably not a word, but those who want to
All right,
debaucher
Alicia,
with
is that
you,
the right terminology?
I don't know.
she's like, I'm gonna let that
Is
slide.
that right?
I don't want to know.
But
What is
those
it,
who
Nana?
want to are going to find you.
True.
You tend to find each other. I mean, the reason that gay couples exist is because they do have a way of finding each other. And you don't necessarily have to hold a sign. You're going to figure out,
Yeah.
How people behave, how people act, the signals thing, the loofah. And I get that. They probably started that to be more discreet. Like, let me just put a little,
And now
little
it's funny.
So strange that it's a loofah.
well, because
Do we
Why
need
not a
one?
sticker?
because
I have no
after you're
idea.
done with your debauchery, you need to
have no
clean
idea.
that ass, okay?
Ew.
So,
I mean, a sticker on your golf cart. Come on.
That's
You
so
know.
gross.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. But that's probably
Don't use the same loofah.
but that's probably how it started of
Get a
some
clean loofah.
sort. I mean, like,
Well, it could be.
I know I'd have a problem with loofahs in the big. Like I don't know.
well, yeah, because you don't like them to begin
Yeah,
with.
she doesn't like them to begin with.
Well, and I will tell
Give me
you.
a clean wash rack every
I will
time.
tell you, a few months ago, you guys, I'm sure you know, we've talked about this. Amanda's dad passed away a year ago, August. And so a few months ago, I joined the singles club. But my very first question, I happen to know the gal who's in charge of membership. And my very first question to her when I went to investigate
be
the
sassy.
club was, okay, Pat, is this the kind of club where people are looking to hook up with each other or what? Because I am not interested in that at all. At all. And she said, no. Probably 90% of our population is women, of our membership is women, and we just go do things together. That is very true. However, I will tell you that when a couple of people end up pairing up, everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about it.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Even me. I don't even live there.
True enough.
That you're on the mail list.
Apparently.
I'm like, hey, let me tell you.
She'll call me. She'll be like, "You'll never guess who hooked up." And I'm like,
Let
"No,
me tell you.
they
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
They don't
you
even
know what?
like each other."
I am gonna have to say now.
Uh-oh.
That just makes me think of something. So we have to have at least one, we're gonna you're tech savvy, so that works really well. We're gonna have to have a once every 2 week Nana report.
I'll do it like a
What's
call
new?
Steven, Be like, hold on.
Oh no, we have it. She can
Yeah,
call
she
right
can do
into
it,
the
Tori
show.
Yeah.
We can
Call
send her
thing.
the link. She can come on her computer. However, she can just call and do verbal because my system can take a phone call. So
Oh, neat.
we can have a call.
On line one, we have Nana.
We can have, yeah, because I find it kind of funny. You got to give us the rundown. I mean, you can change some names so that
If
I'm
necessary.
53. I'm thinking of moving in 2 more years. Like, not to the villages.
liar.
Not
But
to
to
the
my
Cypress.
community.
Somewhere, yes.
My community
yes.
is awesome.
And,
It
and
really
definitely
is.
not to the Cypress place. Like, I mean, I
Yeah,
walk
no,
around
no.
my house.
I don't know.
With no
Somehow
clothes
I
on,
don't
but-
believe her.
Really?
I can see
Oh no,
right in your
I'm the
neighborhood.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. You
Oh,
will fit
yeah.
right in.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's a great neighborhood, and
Well,
and
you're 53,
So
so
it's in 2 more years. Yeah,
You
year
know.
and a half technically.
Yeah. I mean, you're younger than I am, so
Yeah.
yeah, you could
a
get
year
there
and a
in
half.
a couple years. Yeah, yeah.
She's 53 too. I'm just kidding.
Long
she's
time ago.
56. 56.
I was like,
Oh.
how old are you, Amanda?
30.
You're 30.
28. Who are we telling? I have a different age for everybody.
Okay, well,
What year were you? born?
okay, you have a son that's 19, so you might want to be careful with the 28 thing.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh my.
Yeah, thank God we didn't have that issue. That was
not me.
No, not you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so we're gonna have to get the Nana report.
Yeah.
I think that would be entertaining. And technically we have 2 of them because
Your mom's a Nana.
my mom's a Nana, but Steve's mom's a Graham.
Graham.
And she will be here for the Christmas holidays.
Okay.
So we'll have to have her come on, and we'll have to get the Granana, with the Graham Nana reports, because she is moving to a community like right near the villages. And she specifically chose this. She went and looked at it. She found what she wanted, and she did not want to be in the villages. But she liked the area. So that's where she wanted to be. So
Sounds good.
because it's somewhat close to the ocean.
No, it's in the middle.
Not even. It's.
I mean,
where
drive wise compared to Houston.
Well,
and
from
Florida ocean coast versus Houston.
Yeah, you'd have to get from there. She's closer to the Gulf Coast instead of the Atlantic coast, but it's still a good hour and a half.
Yeah,
or
she
so.
said it's like an hour and a half or so.
Hour and a half one way, 2 hours the other way.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
But
not
she
bad.
wanted to
not
be
bad.
she wanted to be close enough to be able to go because she loves the beach, but she also didn't want to be in like a danger zone so much because of hurricanes and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah, we know all about hurricanes.
my husband and I both volunteer for shout out to Team Rubicon. If any of you have never heard of Team
I know
Rubicon,
Team Rubicon.
then look them up. They are an amazing organization. They're vets that started it. Sadly, the founder committed suicide. But they were hardcore soldiers and Marines and stuff like that. I don't remember their whole history,
helps if you
but
drink
they
already.
started it because of Haiti. And they decided there was, I think, 4 or 5 of them. And they decided we're going to just pack up some gear and we're going to go help Haiti. And on their way or when they were there, they said, well, we got to have a name, like, and somehow they came up with Team Rubicon because Rubicon is kind of rough go to the Rubicon. So they became
Crossing
Team
the
Jeep.
Rubicon.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Crossing-
Jeep too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Crossing
think
the
so.
Rubicon.
Jeep.
So, well, and the Jeep was named after
Right.
the Rubicon, which is right near where I'm from. I'm from Lake Tahoe, California, and Rubicon's not far from there. I've done tons of, I used to have a big 4x4, and there's one probably still in the Rubicon that I left there because literally I rolled down the mountain and broke it to pieces, and we took my trailer. Yeah, that thing was too big to drive there. Like legally, it was not allowed on the road, so it went on my trailer, and I hauled it with my other 4x4 And so we ripped out axles and all sorts of stuff out of that because I had like 15 grand worth of shit in that truck. So we tore that thing apart and put all the parts on my trailer to take it home and left the rest of the shell out there and the Team Rubicon. So if you ever go out to Rubicon, there's a big green truck with some army shit all over it. That's mine.
That sure is.
Oh wait, that's not mine, BLM. I have no idea where that came from. But anyway, that's kind of where the name came from. And so they do search and rescue missions. They do, well, not really search and rescue so much. It's rescue with local law enforcement, personnel, whatever. They do, my husband is on what's called the route clearance team. So they literally clear the route so that EMS and fire and police can even get in. So they're almost first in a lot of places. A lot of circumstances, they end up being the first ones in because they have the gear to clear the route. My husband's on the heavy equipment operation team, the Sawyer team, and the route clearance team. I'm on the EMS team. So, we go, and my husband has done way more missions than I have, but he's done several in Florida, Texas, Louisiana, North Carolina.
I was gonna say, he recently went to North Carolina.
He was just in Georgia. And he was supposed to leave for Asheville the next day when we didn't get back with the AMBO.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that was part of the reason for our AMBO. We wanted it to be accessible into really cool areas and places if we go and respond to things, and have it as our outreach for our nonprofit for veterans. So, that was kind of the whole premise behind that in the first place. But they're an amazing organization. Amazing. So if you ever are curious, go look up Team Rubicon. They started with like 4 or 5 guys, and they are now tens of thousands of volunteers that work for Team Rubicon, and they respond to national disasters and international disasters, and they're amazing. Yeah. So anyway, not to turn this into a TR commercial, but hey, TR is great. So, but yeah, that was
something that people should know about. So it's a good thing to get out there.
That was her reasoning. She wanted to be close enough to get, but not in a place where Steve and my first response is there. But at the same time, we both love where she's going to be because it is closer to us than Houston. And if something is coming, it would be easy for us to run down there and get her and bring her here. We're far enough in that we sometimes get that residual effect from those storms, but we're never going to be hit by them.
Well, yeah, and where she's at, it's kind of very similar to where I'm at, more in the center of the peninsula. You get some crosswinds, you get some outer bands, but we don't get you don't get the storm surge.
You don't get the surge, which
you
is
don't get the
dangerous.
storm surge with that.
Yeah,
you don't get the storm surge with that. And so,
especially when, no offense,
insurance is cheaper also.
No, yeah.
no kidding.
Well, and
there are several home insurance companies. When I lived in Cocoa, I retired from USAA, best insurance company out there, hands down. Nobody can tell me different. I retired from the company.
I used to be a mortgage business, and I will agree they are the easiest to deal with.
They are the best.
Yes.
But when I was living in Cocoa, that's Brevard County, they will not write in Brevard County at all. And for several years, they actually pulled out of Florida, would not write new policies in Florida. They recently came back in some of the interior counties, but they will not even write a policy on either of the coasts. So when I was in Brevard County, I had it for my car insurance.
Right,
but
they
couldn't
will not
get
do home insurance.
Could not get it for my home when I lived in Cocoa.
yeah, we have USAA Bank, and we have insurance, but we couldn't insure the AMBO through them, and the house, even here because of tornadoes.
Really?
Yeah,
I've used USA for a lot.
Yeah, and your house is insured through USAA.
But the price was astronomical.
Well, now you had
the price was way higher.
There
we
was
could
one
do
that
USAA.
hit literally right here.
2011.
2011 and then maybe 2013.
Yeah.
It's not that they wouldn't the price was not.
And it's one went through because down here where like that mobile home park is.
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Right there was really a bad area, which
Yeah.
is
Their price was just
Yeah.
untouchable. Like,
yeah.
no.
This is a active area.
Your area is, mine's not so much.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
you're
far away either. I'm
You-
more.
You're up that way a little bit more.
The
Okay.
east part of the county.
Yep. I'm on the east side.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Which has also got hit really bad. But not necessarily your neighborhood, but
Right.
well, and if you have any commercial stuff, like they generally don't do that. You know,
No, they
like,
don't do the commercial stuff.
Like when I
We have
had
a lot of commercial stuff.
when I had my business, my company car. I didn't even. I mean, other than driving it, I worked for Nielsen TV ratings, and another whole story. But anyway, I had a company car, and they wouldn't insure it.
No.
And even though nobody gets in it,
Yeah.
it was owned by the company, so they wouldn't insure it because I had to have my own insurance. So I had to go to Geico, which was ridiculously priced. You know, so it all depends.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been with USAA since I couldn't be with USAA. That's how long I've been with USAA, because when USAA started, it was for officers.
Yep.
And I could not get it because I was enlisted. And the minute that they lifted that and made it available for enlisted, I joined USAA, and I've been with them that long.
I can't even remember
Wow.
how long I've been with USA and Navy Fed.
Yeah.
Since you were, well,
Navy Fed since I was born.
yeah.
But
Since I started your
USAA
little accounts for you. You still have.
Man, USAA, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Well, you went on when I started. We could not get USAA when I first started working for them because Daddy was not an officer.
Right.
After he retired, but we were able to get it because I was an employee. Then
That's right.
later, when they opened it up to enlisted, then we were able to get it. And because we already had the policy, you guys were all. That's why Jake has USAA.
Yeah.
Because he's
family members.
family
they,
member. Yep. It goes down. And I've often, when I worked at USAA, I've often had, when I was dealing with an auto accident or a claimant or whatever, and I'd have people say, "Man, you guys are great. Can I get you? My son is in the military." And I said, "No, doesn't go up, only goes down." Sorry,
Yeah, sorry.
can't help
about that.
you. Sorry.
we're all like,
Yep.
Okay.
Did you get that?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So-
squirrel?
Squirrel.
Squirrel. We're changing.
Cash is being quiet today.
He is.
He's got baby up
He wore
there.
himself out yesterday with all that ruckus.
Maybe.
He's just like, you know, these girls are just lulling me to sleep today.
Well, he can't get over there to Alicia's way.
Yeah, part of it.
too. Like,
he's like, I
Nana,
can't.
Nana's big butt is in the way.
I can't
That's
climb
right.
into that
Big
spot.
butt.
So, you came for Thanksgiving,
I did.
and do you guys always spend Thanksgiving or the holiday?
Thanksgiving.
now, will you be home for Christmas?
She'll be back for Christmas.
I'll be here for Christmas.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
be back.
Oh, so we'll have Nana and Grandma on.
I already have my flight booked.
Yep.
All right.
For
Okay.
Christmas, usually it was always everybody, because we were the ones that moved most. Like she had finally settled. My mother-in-law had finally settled in a location. So they came to us because, you know, wherever we were, we kept traveling so far, and we would go to you guys on occasion.
On occasion.
But it's normally they come to us.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that makes it nice.
Well, it's easier because they have 3 kids. It's a whole lot easier for us
For one
go
to travel.
them,
For one
or
to
even-
travel.
And
or
then-
for 2 of us when my husband was alive, for us to travel, than for them to travel with the 3 kids.
It's a lot cheaper too.
Yeah.
Because they are no longer small children.
No,
yeah. Well,
no.
yeah.
Right.
I understand
Let's say
that.
Greta knows, she's seen them, she's met them. They are ginormous
Yes.
children.
Well, Steve and I talk about that because of our kids. I mean, we've got 7 kids.
And they're all grown.
And they're from California. 2 are in California. 1's in Maine. 2 are in Texas. And 1's in Wisconsin. And 1's in North Carolina.
Where in Maine?
I still don't know. Mackenzie, where are you in Maine? I know it's right near Boston.
Boston's in Massachusetts.
Boston's in Massachusetts.
I know it's right near because
We've got a couple of states in between
Yeah.
you there.
I know, but he does recruiting for the Marine Corps, and part of his area is Boston. So he's whatever that
Maybe
part of
southern Maine.
whatever
Probably
that part of
Portland.
Maine is that would
Could be
cover
like
that area.
Portsmouth area, maybe.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Yep.
Portsmouth, Maine area.
That's it. That's
Kittery.
it. As soon as you said that, I was like, "Yep."
Now,
Portsmouth.
Alicia, is your family, your dad is here?
No.
Okay. Why did I think he was? For some reason, I thought he was. Oh, okay.
I moved down in 2007 following a boy, and it did not work out.
Yeah.
But I chose to stay. And then my mom moved down after I got pregnant with my daughter and got married to the first husband. And then my sister moved down with my mom, but my dad and my stepmom have stayed in Maine.
Okay. For some reason, I was thinking, I don't know why. Okay. Does he come
comes to
down for the
visit a
holiday?
lot.
Okay. So he come for the holiday? Is he coming this year? Okay.
No, he likes to travel when it's least expensive.
Okay.
So he comes down in like September, October,
Okay.
when nothing's going on.
Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you
Gotcha.
can make a Christmas visit any time of the year. I mean,
Yeah.
realistic.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
Realistically,
We did.
I showed them pictures.
Well, that's the thing is usually for us for Christmas, we usually had to come either Christmas Day or the day after because Bill was Santa.
yeah, being
So-
Santa.
Yeah.
We
He
had a
had-
whole conversation.
Yeah.
Well,
so we
and
had all
he
that.
had a lot to do on Christmas Eve.
Yes, he did.
He did,
You
yeah.
know, I mean,
That makes you Mrs. Claus.
I
Why
was
are we
Mrs.
calling you
Claus.
Nana instead of Mrs. Claus? Like,
Well, and well, I'm no longer
doesn't do
Mrs.
that
Claus.
okay. I want to know what is Mrs. Claus's first name?
Nana.
Nana. Nana Claus.
Nana Claus.
Jan.
Yeah. No, I meant
No,
the
for
real. I
the
meant
real
the.
Nana. I mean, the real Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
Never,
What's
she has never.
she's
ever
never
been
had a
given
first
Never had
name.
first
I
name.
can tell you all about.
She's only
how,
defined by her husband.
Yeah, I can tell you all about how Santa came to be initially because my husband knew all of that.
She said he
I
went
can
to a
tell you all about
university.
it.
I told
Yeah.
them about Santa University.
Twice.
Twice, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can tell you all of that.
So he's
But
got his Santa Masters.
He's got a master's in Santa.
I love
Yes,
that.
and believe it or not, people find this one interesting. When we would go to a gig, and if I was not doing, because not everybody wanted Mrs. Claus, and I charge for that. Thank you very much.
Yes, as you
So
I do
if
have I do have the outfit upstairs.
If I had several. If I was not doing Mrs. Claus, my role was to provide security for Santa, and people would go, "What are you talking about? Security?" First of all, they look at my size. Really, you're going to provide security? But it was more of a verbal thing. Because believe it or not, there are people out there who, my husband always wore white gloves and he was always very conscious of where his hands were in
That
a
was part of
picture.
Santa University.
I'm sorry?
That was part of Santa University.
It was. For example, his white gloves, his hands would always be on a shoulder or on an outer arm. And there were many times we'd be on a beach and he was Santa 24/7, 365. It didn't matter if he was wearing shorts and a t-shirt and a ball cap.
He was
He
Santa.
was Santa, and people walked up to him all the time. So people would want to take pictures with him. Well, there'd sometimes be young ladies in bikinis who thought it would be fun to take interesting pictures with
in
Santa.
Cypress Cove or
So,
Grove.
whatever. So that's when
So
I would.
gross.
That's when I would have to step in and say, "No." See, here's the thing: I can do bitch face and the dimples at the same time. This is a skill. This is a skill. So my thing would be no.
Pause and say that again. What?
I can do bitch face and the dimples at the same time.
It is the scariest shit you'll ever see.
It's like this. Now, we're not going to be doing that. This is how we're going to do that.
I
You
love
go
it.
here.
Oh my gosh.
Or guys that would be drunk. Santa, I want a picture of. No, the white fur on that suit is very expensive to clean. We're not
Back
going to do that.
off.
Back off.
Take your beer elsewhere.
Don't vomit.
So,
Yeah, do
I mean-
not puke.
a whole nother discussion is yes, this short little lady can take care of herself, but that's a whole nother story. But most of my security for Santa was more verbal.
Well,
than
you know,
anything
when
else.
when people are small in stature, my mother-in-law being one of them, she's kind of scary.
And I was telling
Like,
them-
you don't want to piss her off.
I had
'Cause
someone tell me one night they saw me get mad and they said, I have known you for 20 something years and I have never seen you mad and I never want to see it again.
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
So it was okay. I don't know
Yes.
where the Christmas. I mean, the Santa University pictures would be.
Oh, Santa University?
Yeah.
Oh, I
What'd I
have no
say?
idea.
But yeah, I mean, I do tease her sometimes because of her height, because I could use her as an arm rest.
Do not do that. I have it done to me on a regular
My
basis.
I do not-
And there's
kids
few
do
things
it,
that make
and
me
I
mad.
I
threaten
don't
them.
physically do it. I said
Okay.
I could use her. That's how short
No,
she is.
I'm-
I would never do
okay,
that to a
thank
short person because that's really mean. But she's
Yes.
that small. And so I do sometimes go, can you get me that cup? It's on the top cupboard, and she'll laugh and
We
say,
go get our stool and we do it.
and she would be like, okay, I'll get it. I will climb on your counters to get it, but
I will
I'll
step
get
on
it.
my stool or jump up on the counter.
Yeah. But you don't want to piss her off. She was also a redhead. Now she's got cute little white hair, but she was a redhead, and yeah. I think she can probably do that.
Do you remember I tried to tell you guys about the story about the Avon people in our venue?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tell the story. You tell it so much better
Oh,
than I do because
I would love to hear it from Nana because
Tell that
I
story.
want to see the facial
Here,
expression
lean
with
in
that.
though. You gotta lean in.
All
Well,
right.
no, she doesn't have to. Actually, that one's picking her up really well.
Because
okay,
she's got
good.
between these two. So.
Okay. All right.
Until Alicia broke
Hold
it.
on, Alicia wants to break some stuff.
No.
Okay, we're back.
All right. Well, first of all, the first thing to note about this is I am a 2-time breast cancer survivor. This is when I was going through it the first time. So I had no hair. I had a scarf on my head, and we're planning her wedding, and it was the best thing ever because I'm going through chemo and planning a wedding.
What year was this?
2004.
Okay.
So I was planning a wedding, which was great because it took my mind off
What you were going
what I
through.
was going through. So it was perfect. But we went to, we were having her wedding at the Retired Enlistment Association.
That's what it was. Good
And
remember.
and so I had called and we had made an appointment to talk with the food and that guy, talk about where we were going to set up for the ceremony and then
The event coordinator.
the event. I think
There
the
you go.
event coordinator.
Thanks, Grandma.
So we had an appointment to meet with him
5
to
points to
talk
Gryffindor.
about all this. And we get there, and there was this lady there. And she had like 3 tables of Avon shit set up, and
Which is crap anyway.
it's crap anyway. And
Except
there
the
was
skin
like
so soft.
almost nobody in there looking at her stuff. And so we're standing there way off to the side, not interfering with her little stuff. And it was my husband, me, her, and Steve, who was not in the family yet. And so we're standing there waiting. We had told somebody they went to go find the guy, and we're standing there waiting. And this woman walks over, and why she chooses to get in my face, I don't know.
Wrong answer.
But I wanted to tell her.
Because you looked from a distance. You looked timid because of everything that was going on.
Maybe
You
because
looked
of the
really
scar.
little,
Well,
and you
when-
looked
And I was
timid.
probably a bit on the pale
And
side.
when somebody's small,
And I'm
shorter,
small.
they automatically kind of go towards that person, and they
Right.
don't realize you just opened a viper.
Yes. So
That's a nice way of putting it.
she comes over and she gets right here and she says, you really need to get out of this space because we already had to change our event because of you. And, you're really interfering with our event and all this kind of thing. And she puts her hand on Steve's arm because he
like,
didn't know me.
take-
She goes,
take a step back.
She goes, back up.
Back
He goes,
up.
what?
Watch
He
this.
says, back up.
Trust me.
Just
Back up.
And my husband, he already knew, so he's just standing over there waiting for the giggle. So,
He's like, all right, this is going to be
so yeah. So I looked at her.
Sliding his phone out of his pocket to record this
He was
because
just
it's
like-
going to be good.
I looked
He's
at
like,
her,
yeah, just wait and watch, people. You
and I said,
you want to
"First
see
of all,"
something?
Yeah. I said, first of all, I have no idea who the hell you are, what your little unsuccessful event is that's going on here with absolutely nobody in it. But that being said, we're here to meet the event manager to plan an event for February. So, I have no idea what your unsuccessful event is that's going on here, but you need to just take your little self, go on back to your empty area over there, and get out of my face.
She effed around and found out. That's right.
Did she chuck her head and leave?
Pearls. She clutched her pearls.
She did. She's like,
Oh, my pearls!
She turned around and walked off, and her face got all red. And that is not the first or last time I have done. I did it just recently on a cruise, but that's a whole other story. Oh yeah.
She did it when I was in high school and having issues with teachers. She did it when my brother was having issues with teachers. She kind of politely did it to my sister recently. Yeah,
I love that face.
I kind of did.
She did, and
I
I'm
kinda
so
did.
proud of her because my sister's a fucking disaster.
Well, I said a lot of things that I had needed to say for a long time and had never said. So I said it in.
Good for you for
16 years
not
you've been
being.
needing to say
Good for
this.
you for not being an enabler and speaking up.
Well,
Yes.
I was an enabler
She
for
was
a few
for a while.
years,
But you're not.
until these kids
but you're not. So
told
good
me,
for you.
"Hey, Mom, you need
absolutely.
to stop giving her money. It's not going where you think it's
I
going."
had to email verbally slap her in the head to get her to stop.
That's your
enabling
baby.
her. I had to stop her from giving her money. I had to stop her from thinking everything that happened was her fault because she thought it was her and my dad's fault for a long time.
Absolutely
That
not.
what happened with my
Yeah.
middle son and,
Yeah.
and my sister, and I was like, no. Look at me and my brother. We are fine. We are normal.
I was going to
people.
say you like body parts. I mean, that
You
was the
know
first
what?
thing she
That's-
saw when she saw my Christmas decorations
I
starting to
noticed
come
her
out.
body parts
The
first. Yeah.
first thing she saw was,
Is that a leg?
I asked, did you guys see all my stuff in the porch? Because Steve brought all the stuff over to start decorating. And Alicia's like, I didn't even see
Notice.
it.
And
I
Like,
was
I
like,
didn't even
I saw body
notice.
I didn't see it either.
And she said, I saw body parts because literally my Santa and Mrs. Claus are
in pieces.
in pieces. They're in body parts because they're mannequins.
When she goes looking at Goodwill and stuff, she looks
Oh my
for
God.
headless dolls.
Here's my
corpse.
husband and I in Goodwill one day, and this poor lady, I think she fainted because we're sitting there, we're in this aisle, and they had all these baby dolls, like naked baby dolls, and I'm on the phone with her, and I said, I found these really cool ones. How many do you want? I said, because I know you're going to want to melt the inside of the heads and all that kind of stuff.
Take the arms off and melt the side of
Arms
the
off
face.
it. And this lady got away. Her eyes got
Is your
so-
blowtorch working?
Yeah.
Do you need more gas for that?
Oh my
It was
God.
hilarious.
I have to tell you something then. You're gonna really get a kick out of this, Amanda. So when I went to boarding school in Austria, Salzburg to be exact,
Fancy pants.
yeah, we had what we called our smokehouse. So it was out back, and that's where we all smoked. Like it wasn't against rules to smoke at school. Like everybody smoked, so they didn't care. But they wanted us to smoke in the smokehouse and not in our rooms and not inside. So we had a little smokehouse, and we had gone all over the neighborhoods. We had found, a couch that somebody discarded, chair that people discarded. Well, at one point in time, one of the guys comes in and he's holding a baby doll by its feet. And he's like, look what I got. And I was like, oh, cool.
Neat.
So we took the baby doll. We found something and used it for clothing and made a little dress out of it. And then we found a rope and put a noose around its neck. And then we hung it. And then we shoved a cigarette in its mouth because it had one of those little holes right there. So we
For the pacifier.
yeah. So we put the cigarette in the mouth, and then we kind of sort of prayed to her every time we came in.
Stop that.
We'd walk in and we'd go, "Bless you, my lady. Bless you, my lady. Bless you, my lady. Let me smoke."
Oh Lord, that's awesome. But that scared a bunch of people.
Oh yeah, there was people that would walk into new people that would walk into our little smoke area and they'd be like,
How are you doing?
Okay.
they
So-
have a baby doll by a noose. I think I'm going that way.
So for Christmas one year, my brother got me one of those handheld torch deals because I was trying to burn the baby dolls on my stove and it would smell so bad. I'm like, I need the grill or something. I need to do this outside. But I was trying to figure it out.
Works great for creme brulee too.
Why are you burning baby dolls? Did I miss something?
Oh,
Did you not see my house on Halloween?
No.
oh my goodness.
Oh, come on.
She burns till they're malformed, and then she sticks a candle or a light inside so
And then
that
I
they
push
glow.
like the cheeks in.
She melt. They're all
and I
deformed.
shape them so they look creepy and like Tim Burton-y.
Okay.
I missed that too.
Okay.
Well, I haven't done it in a really long time because I'm out of gas, but and then we moved, so I couldn't.
You can always come to my shop
I do need to come to your shop for Halloween. I need
because there's probably some tools and some shit you could
So-
use in my
yeah.
shop.
So my brother got really mad,
I have full torches.
and he said, "You can't do this in your house anymore." And he brought me a blowtorch or the handheld, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, neat, thanks."
I've got ones that sit on the counter that
Yeah, I want one of those.
yeah.
I also want a nail gun, like for help, like when we build the fence or I need to refix my grim. But my husband says because of Dad,
My husband.
I'm not allowed to have a nail gun because my dad is an idiot and he once stuck a nail gun. Was his thumb?
He was building our
Was
patio.
it his finger? His thumb. His finger. And then he was building the patio and he was do the and he calls my brother who
He was at Tom and AJ's.
So it was like what, 20 minutes?
Yeah,
20 minutes.
20 minutes away.
And he calls me. He's like, "Hey, Jake,
Coming home anytime
are
soon?
you coming home anytime soon?" He still lived at home. So, yeah, are you coming home anytime soon? What you doing? What are you up to?
Jake's like,
like,
well, why?
I don't know. I'm just hanging out. Why? What's up? And he goes, "So I'm gonna need you to take me to the ER when you get home because
No hurry.
no big, no big,
No big.
no big."
But I shot a nail gun through my
th-
finger.
through my finger, and it's kind of sticking out of both ends. And my brother's like, "What?
What?
I'll be right there." And he's like, "No, I'm good. It's just whenever." And my brother's like, "I'll be there in a minute. Just stop. Don't move. Stop it. Put it down."
So by the time he got home, my husband had cut the entire glove from her because he was wearing a
work gloves,
set of
like you're
work gloves.
supposed to.
So he had cut the entire glove around this finger so that all that was showing was the,
Well, at least he didn't
know.
like try to take the impaled object out.
oh, he was smarter than
So,
He's smarter
so
than
as a
I probably would've
paramedic,
tried to
so
take it
as a
out.
paramedic, I will tell you, there's been some pretty interesting calls
Don't
I've had to go
take out
to.
the impaled
over-
object ever.
Yeah, do not remove an impaled object. It
Don't do
might
it.
be keeping you from bleeding out.
Exactly.
You leave it in place. You only let a medical professional. And I'm going to add to that. If you are ever in that position and a EMS team, EMT, whatever, and they go to take it out, refuse. Tell them no. Wait till I get to the hospital because that means they're not skilled and they're trying to show off. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right?
Correct.
And
You do not take it out.
I always
But I stayed
feel-
at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
I can do this. I don't know how to do this.
I watched.
I watched a documentary on it. I know how to do
I
that.
watched a YouTube video. I can do it. I got this.
I need a knife, a straw, and
Right?
Okay, MacGyver.
Yeah, right.
yeah. So
I always yell at the movies when they're like have an arrow or whatever.
I'm like, why are you doing that? Do not do that. Oh, so
Well, in the westerns, it was a little different.
Oh,
that was the
different
eras.
Westerns.
well, they also used and it does really work. But if you use the gunpowder and light it on fire, it will seal your wound. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
So when I was a paramedic, two things I'm going to say. The reason why there are
When you're
warning
done-
labels
sorry,
on
when you're-
things.
When you're done, I want to talk about westerns again.
Okay. When
Yay.
you see warning labels on things, it's because some moron
Has
Did it.
already done it.
Has
has
a
already
reason.
done it and
There's
thought
a
it was
reason.
funny.
Yes.
Like the one guy who thought, I don't want to buy a edging tool for my
Yard.
yard, my bushes,
Hedges.
my hedges. I don't want to buy a hedger. Like that seems like just a waste of money. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to turn my mower on. I'm going to zip tie it on, and then I'm going to hold it up and run it across my bushes.
I think I dated him.
Was he missing a leg? Because that would have been him.
But
because that was a
it does
call
sound like
I
an
came
eczema.
to, and he had nearly severed his leg when, you know, that water bottle you hold for 5 minutes becomes like 1,000 pounds.
Yippers.
Well, what do you think a lawnmower starts
things are
feeling
heavy
like?
anyways.
They're heavy to begin with. And he's trying, and off it goes. Okay, so the nail one was 2 roofers, and they were like literally paid roofers. We're on a house. Our call was I think it was 30-some-year-old male with a nail wound from a nail gun. Okay, we get there. They're still on the roof. Okay. We climb up the ladder.
They'll come down? Like, what's going on?
Like, they didn't come down, so they're still on the roof. Go up on the roof.
Is he attached to the roof?
No, he was not attached to the roof. The other guy was just scared to go down and didn't want to leave his friend, whatever. So they thought it would be fun to do the Wild West. So we're kind of going back to the Wild West. They thought it would be fun to do 10 paces
No! With the nail gun.
with the nail guns. So
Stupid is a
they
stupid
did the
does.
back to
Yes.
back, and they did the 10 paces,
Idiots.
and then they turned and shot.
Stupid,
Well, one of them,
Stupid.
his nail made contact with the other guy's eye.
Oh!
okay, too much.
That's so icky.
Too much.
So I had to carry him down. And of course, I'm like,
Did
well,
you hoist them over your shoulder?
I did.
Fireman carry 'em?
Well, no, I actually hooked him to a harness and everything. But prior to that, I'm like, well, we have this, we have this, we have this. I'm like, does somebody have a styrofoam cup? And I got a styrofoam cup and I taped it to his face, and he was insisting I take it out. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
You're not allowed to talk anymore.
I'm like, yeah. I said, you just need to zip it. And I'm putting this harness on you. And the styrofoam cup is going around your eye. And I'm going to tape it down. And then because I was the paramedic, they were getting everything ready for me down below. Because we obviously, it still can move. Mm-hmm. And at any point, if anybody hit him, if he jerked coming down the ladder,
yeah, if he bumped
if
it.
anything, it could go into his brain.
Uh-huh.
And so I being the medic, they wanted me to be the one to do it. I am trained, so I'm fully trained to carry him down off the roof. And I get him down there, get him inside the ambo, get him strapped down. And we literally had to 4-point this dude because he kept wanting to take it out. He's like, get it out. I'm like,
do eyeballs.
No, dude.
That's what
This
I
needs
My
to
husband doesn't do eyeballs.
this needs to go to the hospital. They're gonna send you through the X-ray. They're gonna
And you're gonna
see
sit still and you're gonna
exactly
shut
where
up.
that is,
Uh-huh.
and it's probably going to have to be surgically removed, and you're going to be blind. Because I don't see any way that you're.
Right.
I don't see
I don't
any
see
way that you're
not
gonna
be blind in that
see
eye.
after this. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I actually, on that same note, I was going to tell you, I don't know if you remember this story or not, when I worked at Pine Valley. Before I worked for USAA, I worked in the front office of an elementary school. Among other things, I handled all the first aid. I gave all the medications, all that. I wasn't the school nurse, but I might as well have been. I did all this stuff. So I get this call one day.
You're the
"You gotta-"
HBIC.
That's true. I had to go out
And
to
bitch
the...
in charge.
Yeah, buddy. So they had you got to
My
come out.
dad
You got
was
to come
the
out.
HMF-IC.
Yes, he was. You have to come out to the playground. You have to come out to the playground. And there was this little girl about 7 years old. You may want to cover your ears on this one.
You saw me being squeamish.
I did.
Take your things out.
This
Take
little
your
girl
things
about
out.
7 years old had been on the jungle gym, and as she was coming down, she hit her head. She hit her head on one of the bars coming down, and it knocked her eye. It didn't come completely out, but it was like right over here. And everybody else was like, oh my God, what do we do? And I very calmly, I said, you need to call 911. I said, you get me a paper cup and some tape. Get a paper cup. I took the cup. I went just like that, right over the eye, the whole thing. Taped that sucker up. The cup. And when the paramedics got there, they said, how did you know to do that? You're going to die. I said, they said, how did you know to do that? And I said, well, actually, I saw a documentary on this. I swear to God, last week, and I thought, well, that's really cool, but I wonder if that would ever really happen. And then, holy shit, there it happened.
Not
That was
to
a God
continue with
incident. You were supposed to see that.
not to continue with the eye thing, and this one isn't super bad, but so y'all know my dad was a race car driver, and he was friends with Don Gartlitz. Do any of you know who Don Gartlitz is? Okay, Don Gartlitz, they called him the Big Daddy Don Gartlitz. He was the big daddy of drag racing. And he is famous for lots of wins, but his most famous one is, and you can look it up, it's pretty funny because my uncle's actually one that got the best footage that went on ESPN. So it's a 1/4-mile track. They go as fast as they can down, and you get to the end and the lights, and it tells you how fast they went, right? 300 and something miles an hour, whatever. Well, he's the only one that ever went this way. Car came all the way up, turned around, fell back down, and he came right back to the starting line. Just the wind hit it just perfectly and just brought him up and turned around and went right back because his engine's still moving.
Yeah, he's like,
Well,
I'm going the wrong way.
on another run he went. So the way it is, there are 3 parachutes in the back of the car.
Yeah.
So when you are done, you release the center or the 2, and then you release the 3rd. You do not release all 3 at the same time because you're talking about G-forces and
too fast.
G-forces back.
Right.
Well, he accidentally released all 3 of them at once.
Does his back end come off?
No.
His eye popped out.
Both his eyes came out of his sockets. Yeah. And
Can we change the subject from
Squirrel.
squirrel?
Let's go to the westerns because I have a funny. Because
Okay,
it's
go to
a
the
movie. It's not a western.
Go to the westerns before we have to get
excited.
the
I
go to the
love
westerns
westerns.
before we have to get a bucket for
I
Greg.
know. I'm like,
no,
I'm
it's
over
not.
here going.
Okay, it's not really a western. It's a comedy.
I keep looking at the sign that says smile, and I'm like, God, I can't. This is like,
You can smile and have bitch face at the same time.
You know what? I think that's what I see right now. And she's like, I am smiling.
I'm trying so
Is that
hard.
when you have to screw on the smile?
yeah.
So there's a movie
Usually the wave goes with that one.
called A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yep.
Okay.
Which, who is it? Seth MacFarlane.
Yep.
Holy criminy, that shit is. Have you seen it?
It's hilarious.
A comedy.
It's funny.
It's meant to be stupid.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh,
just
it's so funny.
It is.
go in watching it, expecting to be bad because it's bad, but it's so funny, and it's all about how people used to die in the West. Like the ice. They get their what is it? Their yearly ice or whatever delivered. It's a big block of ice, and they're like, "Oh, I wonder where they get it from." They ship it in. They cut it directly from whatever, and they ship it in, and whatever, and it like falls on a guy, and he dies. Somebody gets exploded by the picture takings. Okay, you have to watch
All
it.
kinds
Okay.
of different things.
It actually is really funny.
So funny. We watch it like almost on a regular when we're like, what else to watch? I'm like, put that on again because that no matter how many times you watch it,
You missed something.
you missed something. For one, because you're laughing. 2, it's funny, and even the same jokes are funny over and over.
It's
and
like
over.
it's like Darwin's but Western style.
Yes,
Like
yes.
because I love those Darwin things. Like how I mean the 2 guys that luckily the guy on the roof lived, but that would have fit into that category.
Absolutely.
Of
Yeah.
how to die dumb.
Yeah.
Like I mean.
Dumb ways to die.
Dumb ways to die. I love that one. That's funny. Dumb ways to die. Yeah.
See, oh Lord, that is
That's a whole show.
No, you have to watch. It is. It is a whole show. But you have to watch that movie because
Okay.
I'm telling you, you have to go on watching and making sure you know it's a comedy, you know it's going to be stupid, and you know it's going to be bad. But it is That's what
It's
makes
hilarious.
it so good.
Okay.
That's what makes it so good, and it makes it hilarious.
Right. Don't go
It's got-
into the illusion that these people are living through it.
No. It's got Charlize Theron in it too, and Neil Patrick Harris is in it, and who's a blonde girl?
I can't remember now.
Oh, she
It's been
got
so long since I've seen that movie.
what the hell's her name? I don't know. You'll know her when you see her.
Okay.
But
So,
Yeah.
so what do you guys have planned for the thing? Now you're here until when?
Me? I'm here until Friday,
Okay.
I'll
You,
go home
you
on
leave what time Friday?
about 2:30.
Oh, okay. So you're here for Friday's show.
Oh,
maybe.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Because Mike and Holly will still be there, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we'll see.
I may or may not be here.
You may or may not be
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Because I got friends coming in from Huntsville. Like, it's so far
Gotcha.
away.
but they're going to
But
stay
they're staying the
overnight.
night because, there's always drinking and shenanigans.
You can still be on Friday
True.
Yes.
True.
with your friends.
I can do.
You can bring the whole crew.
I can bring the whole crew.
You could bring the whole
that
crew.
could be
Do that.
fun.
Or you could do it from home. You could remote
That's what we're
it.
talking about.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
can
I'm
do that.
saying. You can still be on.
You can video in.
I mean, the only one that's not going to be on tomorrow is because it's illegal to have your phone on in the movie theater.
Yeah, Alicia.
Yeah.
So on Friday we are expecting.
Moana too.
Well, on
All
Friday
right, I
we
can't
are
fight
expecting a report on to what is it called? To watch or not to watch?
Yeah.
Moana
watch or not
2.
to watch Moana 2.
Oh, yes.
Because
Yes.
my husband, that's one of those movies when it comes to a Disney movie that if there's nothing, I don't know what to watch. My husband will already have Moana started.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my husband loves Moana.
That's funny.
And any time that I say, when he says thank you, any time that I say you're welcome,
You're welcome.
it goes into the whole, I'm like, really? Do you have to do that every
does every
time?
time.
He's like,
Yes, he does
yes,
every time.
yes, I do have to do it every time. Yeah, Isabel says we're going to see Moana too. Yeah, so I now Friday.
Oh, wait. Did Isabel not know that was a surprise?
No,
Oh,
she knew.
oh, okay.
I
And there was a question mark at the end, is why I was like, did she not know?
Yeah,
Did
she
we-
does have a question mark.
Yeah,
so
did we tell the surprise?
did
It
we-
was not a surprise.
Okay.
Well, it's surprise. You're going.
Well, I just found out yesterday, so maybe.
So we might need you to bring Isabel or Chloe to Friday's show so they can
Isabel was mad that I did not pick her up today, but I did not know she wanted to be picked up today.
well so
How dare you not read
So-
her mind?
oh, yeah, what's
Come
wrong
on.
with you? So you can actually bring them and they can tell us themselves whether it's a to see or not to see. So anyway, we are about 30 seconds or so away from the end of our show today, and we want to wish everyone a great holiday season, and thank you for being here. Nana, thank you for coming on the show today, and hopefully we see you and the crew on a Friday maybe.
Yeah.
We're still here tomorrow.
You never know.
Well,
Nana-
everybody but Alicia's still here tomorrow.
Yeah. Nana, are you coming tomorrow?
Oh, I don't
Tomorrow's
know.
wait, today's
I don't know
Tuesday.
what's going on.
I don't know what's going on tomorrow.
Okay, so
We've
you're
got-
going to be here for the show or not tomorrow?
know.
You don't know.
I don't.
You know,
I
she-
don't know.
As a
It depends on my kid. My kid has
as a
dentist appointment.
co-producer, she's going to start getting less zeros here. soon.
Well, my oldest has a dentist appointment, and I'm gonna try and make him go on his own, and he'll be a real grown up. And
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
So
But
we'll
then
see
there's
about
also
that.
some prep stuff that's going on.
Yeah, we have
tomorrow.
to do a majority of our
some prep.
other cooking that
Your
doesn't. need
your
to
prep
be-
work.
Yeah.
Okay, well, whoever's here tomorrow is
like it
here
may just
tomorrow.
be
It
you
may
and
just
me.
be. It may
Hey,
just
it
be
was
the
good
two
when
of
it was
us.
us two also.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You guys can do it. We're all good. It's all
Well,
good.
remember we do have a rule on this show. If you are missing, we get to talk shit about you.
Yes.
So,
And I totally stand by that.
but then again, we kind of talk shit about each other while we're
That's
here.
true.
Yeah,
too,
it's like
so-
we do
I
it.
stand by
But
that
I mean, no,
statement.
that's a good thing. We do it to your face,
Yeah.
as well as
Oh,
behind
I
the
will
back.
definitely talk shit to you. in
Well,
front of
we
your
do
face.
it to your face
Absolutely.
and to the camera.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
So
I'm too lazy to do it behind your back. I'll just do it to your
You
face.
can't say she's talking about me.
No, 'cause-
Yeah, but I do it. I tell you to.
I have always been that person that if somebody ever came and said, I heard you were saying this, I'm like, yeah, I did. And here, let me add to that.
Yeah.
You only got half the statement. Let me
The
finish
rest
that
of it
statement.
was.
Yeah.
Or somebody
What
said,
I actually said was way worse than what you were
What you
told.
heard.
or I heard this about you, and I'm like,
Yum.
really? What else? Because I'm behind you. What else did you guys add on? Because that was cool.
Yeah.
I feel like a badass now. Like, you heard that? All right, let's go.
Bring it.
And I obviously need a sun drop because I apologize. I have yawned quite a few times. I'm not bored. I obviously just did not sleep well or something last night. I'll go get more caffeine.
My sleep
Go get
score
more
was a
caffeine.
68, so I feel you.
Okay.
Your sleep score was a C. Okay, I'm
I don't know
sorry.
what that means.
My watch tells me what
Yeah.
my sleep score
Okay.
is every night.
Well,
Anyway, for tomorrow.
we are gonna record real quick for Thursday, right? Okay. So anyway,
Bye.
we're out. See you guys later. Have a fabulous holiday season. If I could get this mouse to work, that would be really beneficial.
Sometimes it has to
But
click.
yeah. Thanks.
I have to
I appreciate the help. So thanks a lot.
You stop that right now. Be nice.
All right, we'll see y'all. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Are you gonna go?